Every child, newborn child is a genius, only to be converted an idiot in school. This is true. Vinay is not just saying hello, sir, like that. No, no. Vinay is real compassion. Vinayam, apanayam, O Vishnu, he said. Shankara in his Shatpati says. So the real meaning of compassion is agapi. I just want to be, you love your child, love everyone like that. You love your mother, love everyone like that. So that is called aptopasevi bhavet arogyam. Then one it says, Kshamavan. Sometimes, you may say, I don't want to hurt anybody. Somebody might come and slap you on the face. What can you do? Now then don't be angry with him. Forgive him. Forgive him. That's called Kshamavan. Kshamavan. Forgiveness requires a lot of courage. Supposing he hits you, nanu. I have got a gunda. Today it seems if you give 5,000 rupees, you get 10 gundas appearing on the spot and they'll kill anybody you like. So that is not courage. That is cowardice. But you say, okay, forgive him. He must have fought with his wife this morning and he wanted to take it out. Wife, you can't take it out. So he has taken it on you. So you say you forgive him. That's why I say, don't hate nobody, because good people love you. Bad people will give you an experience. Worst people will probably make you realize world is not very good and things like that. But nobody is bad. That's why the man said, there is so much good in the worst of us and so much bad in the best of us that none of us can criticize any of us. So everybody is good, everybody is good. And if you take it that way, life will be easier for you. So this is what the physics of life is all about. And this is what the physics of life tells you where the mind is. So that is the mind of a child called Manas. You understand that? Child loves everybody. Now you send the child to school. Alexis Carrel, a Nobel laureate, wrote a book called Man the Unknown, in which there is a sentence. He says, beautifully he says, see, now we all think that going to school is the best thing, isn't it? Anybody has any doubt? Going to school is the best thing. But you know what Alexis Carrel says? Every newborn child is a genius. I'm quoting. This girl said, quote, unquote, not at the end. You say quote, then say that, and then say unquote, full stop. Okay? Next time. Now, what do you say? It's very interesting. Every newborn child is a genius, only to be converted into an idiot in school. Put on those fans, because that boy is feeling very warm. He's fanning himself. Switch on those fans. Some of the fans are not running. It's very warm for him. He's very uncomfortable there. Every child, newborn child is a genius, only to be converted an idiot in school. This is true. Rabindranath Tagore went to school. First class. Very difficult. Second class, he failed. So he came and told his father, who was a very intelligent man, a lawyer and a very rich man. He could do anything. He could even ask Yashovarma to give him a seat in SDM college. He didn't do that. The boy comes and says, Dad, I don't want to go to school. Do you know what his father said? Okay, if you don't want to go to school, don't go to school. He didn't go to school. Rabindranath Tagore did not go to school. Did you get that? Right. But how did he get a Nobel Prize in 1913? He wrote in Bengali a poem called Geetanjali. It was so good that people said, see, if you had gone to school and studied English, we could have written it in English and it would have been a great thing. He said, to learn English, do I have to go to school? He taught himself English in 2 years. And 1911, he wrote the Geetanjali de novo in English. And this poem came out, nobody recognized, because who knows Rabindranath Tagore somewhere in Bengal, world was only England, the British Empire. But one English poet, he was an Irishman, William Bentinck Yeats, Yeats, not Keats, they're 100 years difference. Yeats was reading this poem. And Yeats had got a Nobel Prize that year, that was 1911, for English poetry. And Yeats read this and said, my God, look at this poem. It's about 100 times better than mine. And I have got Nobel Prize and nobody knows this man. So those days there was no email, no phone. So he wrote a letter to Tagore saying that, Mr. Tagore, please give this poem to me. I will write a foreword for that and publish it in England. Tagore said, do what you like. So 1912, Yeats publishes Tagore's Geetanjali in England. 1913, Tagore gets the Nobel Prize for English literature, English poetry. A man who did not go to school gets the prize for English poetry. Can you believe that? So you send the child to school. Manas of the child now gets fed with ideas. See, this is called buddhi. Second level of mind is called buddhi. What is buddhi? This is cow, that is dog, this is man, that is this thing. The child so far thought everything is same, loved everyone. So now buddhi is past experience which is taught in school. That's okay. Even there the child probably smiles at the dog and the cat and the tiger and man also. Then you get into another stage which is called chitta. You read something, a lot of people read a lot. Morning till evening they read, but nothing gets in. They keep on reading and say, I've read this book, I've read that book. And this ideas come in, and then you get yourself, aham, me. That aham concept comes in, me concept. And that is a level of chitta. So, manas, buddhi, chitta. At the chitta level, you get yourself into it. Now, in the manas, bmhegde is passing there, child smiles. It goes to school and the teacher has said, anybody who is a mundu and a shirt, he is a man. So, it says, bmhegde smiles. Doesn't matter. But when it comes, aham comes, I don't like that rascal. You see, this is the problem. The problem for mankind starts at the level of chitta. That is why Patanjali said, chitta, vritti, nirodha, yogaha. So if you can make the mind tranquil, you become a yogi. Yoga is not kusti that you see on the television. No. Yoga is simply trying to make your mind universally compassionate and mind tranquil without vritti or undulations. And you must always try to stop that. That is called yoga stage. There is another shastra called Viveka. Some of you might have heard about Viveka Chudamani. If you read Viveka Chudamani, it tells you that you don't have to worry about anybody. You can always say, okay, I don't like bmhegde. So what? Let him be bmhegde. Let him do what he likes. I will do what I like. Why should I worry about bmhegde? That's one level. But in Indian concept, the mind of a child in Ayurveda, you can go one step further up, where the level is called Purusha. So now the first level is Manas, second level is Buddhi, third level is Chitta, fourth level is Purusha. At Purusha level, you say, okay, bmhegde is going there, I don't like him, but I don't want to talk to him, let him go to hell. That's Purusha level. You're okay, you're better than the Chitta level. But if you really want to be happy, you have to go another step of mind, which is called Ishvara. Ishvara doesn't mean God. Ishvara in Sanskrit means one who is one with all the things. One who can treat triumph and disaster just the same. And at that level, you are called Ishvara. So the 5 levels of mind described in Ayurveda are so beautiful, which tells you how you can, by real training, become at any level of the mind. So even if you go to school, you don't necessarily have to be an idiot if you have Viveka. So elevate your mind. It's a beautiful concept which you don't have in the Western say mind only. Jokingly, some old man asked, where is the mind? The other man said, never mind. And someone said, what is matter? No matter. Now, today we know where the mind is. Mind is in every cell of every organ. Recently, one of my friends, Magdi Yakub, did a heart transplant. He removed the heart of a young boy who had an accident and put it to a patient who was dying of a heart failure. Man recovered. Of course, it's not as easy as that. A lot of drugs you have to take every day. He recovered. But one thing happened. This man was a vegan before the operation. He was a vegan. Doesn't even eat eggs. Doesn't even look at milk. But after the operation, he wanted only chicken nuggets. Every day, morning, evening, he was asking for chicken nuggets. Then everybody was surprised. How did this happen? Then they went back to find out from the donors. This young boy who died, his parents' house they went and found out, he says, this boy was only eating chicken nuggets. So that idea is transplanted here. The mind of the child has come here. And then, then only you know that every organ is a mind. You can have, let us say, your hand is cut off in an accident, God forbid. You lose the hand. But sometimes that pain of the hand which was crushed under the car is there. It impresses the area of the brain where this hand is represented. Now the hand is cut off, but still at times when the patient is worried, he gets pain in that hand which is not there, which is called phantom pain or a phantom limb. All this is because you have a representation in your mind everywhere. So this is about the mind in the Western concept, mind in the Eastern concept.